Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about the fact that Tulsi Gabbard is no longer part of the Democratic Party. I was not surprised, I have to be honest with you, when the news broke out that Tulsi Gabbard will no longer be a registered Democrat. Here is the video of her explaining her reasons for boycotting the Democratic Party.
You know, Tucker, as you know, I've always been an independent-minded person, a Democrat, yes, but an independent Democrat. And my loyalties are very clear. I love our country, and I took an oath both as a service member, as a soldier, as well as a member of Congress to support and defend the Constitution. And that's an oath that I take extremely seriously. And so when you look at this party, the today's Democratic Party, it's controlled by fanatical ideologues who hate freedom. They despise the Constitution. They actively find ways to undermine our God-given rights enshrined in the Constitution, like freedom of speech. If you say something and I say something that they don't like, instead of saying, you know what, agree to disagree, live and let live in the traditional liberalist kind of way, no. That's not good enough. They will do all that they can to destroy you, silence you, smear you, work with big tech, work with corporate media to actively destroy anyone who dares to even question their agenda. They are against freedom of religion. They are hostile towards people of faith, people who have their own spiritual practice, especially Christians, finding ways to be vindictive, to discriminate, to punish people who happen to exercise that freedom of religion. The list goes on, but the foundation of freedom is really what was at the heart of my making this decision, that I cannot be a member of a party that is against freedom and actively trying to undermine it.
Well, there you have it. I could not have said it better myself. Okay, so like I said before, I was not at all surprised, just because I felt that she was already one step out the door. She's always criticized the Biden/Harris administration. There's also the issue of the administration's lack of reasoning, just the inability to take responsibility ever for any situation. It's like it's never their fault. And I kind of figured it out that in no time she was definitely going to wake up. Okay, this is it. We're done. I'm done. I'm out. Her ideas, for one, are completely different from what the political party stands for now. People say, well, before they were more reasonable, now they've just gone nuts. But this particular exchange between her and Kamala Harris, it kind of made me understand where she would go, like her trajectory in terms of what she will then stand for in the future. And I'm just gonna let you take a listen and just, you know, watch this very short clip of her putting Kamala Harris in her place. It's a delight.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris.
You've got to give it to this woman. She came prepared. You know how your teachers go, I can tell you were ready for that exam or you were ready to take that test because you aced it. She absolutely wiped the entire floor with She was one of the few candidates that were not scared to actually say the truth about other candidates. And I thought that was really, really fun and interesting to watch. But also, she had receipts. You know, she's like, dude, girl, you did this and you did that. And you cannot come here and tell us how you care about Black people, blah, 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 after having used them. Okay. What Kamala Harris did, I think we can actually say it's slavery. Okay. You extending people's time in prison because you wanted to use them for cheap labor. That absolutely is slavery in my books. So it was interesting that she mentioned that because I think that no other person, right, on that stage would have had the guts to say the things that Gabbard said. People who would go against her, right, just because they want to stand with Kamala Harris, just because she's a black person, they just have no arguments to stand on. It is so refreshing, honestly. So I remember watching this particular part of the debate and just going, oh my gosh, yeah, that's it. She did it. You know, she wanted the Democratic Party so bad to do better for the country, but in her words, the Democratic Party failed her. So many people have said that the Democratic Party, they feel like they didn't leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left them. That's been like the common phrase going around when people explain why they no longer recognize what's happening in that party. And I don't blame them, honestly. But also I think it's a breath of fresh air to know that people are starting to wake up and smell the mess and smell the hypocrisy that's coming from this particular political party. And mind you, that is not to say that the other political party is like the best and whatnot, like they do no wrong. No. Okay? What I'm trying to do here is being objective. All right? See what's wrong, okay, and point it out. That's all. And I think that Gabbard saw what was wrong with the political party that she was in for so long, and she said, okay, I don't have to put up with this anymore. I'm out. And I say good luck to her and good for her. And I also want to say this. What I have noticed is when people think differently from the narrative, if people dare to go against the establishment, if you like, they get labeled or they get canceled. And it was the case for Tulsi Gabbard when she was targeted by Hillary Clinton. Just because people don't think like you doesn't make them Russian puppets. I mean, sometimes I think she just says things without thinking. That's all for today, guys. I will see you all in the next video. Do not forget to like this video, share it, and of course subscribe to my channel. Much appreciated. All right, bye guys.